Grumble, grumble. Hey everyone, it's the Grumpy Meeple, and I'm coming back at you with some more Tanares Adventures unboxing content. This time we're going to be looking at the villain pack, and I figured I'd throw in the painted Dread the First Ungod as well. These are going to be a little messed up because I have already removed the cards I needed to get the game organized the way that I wanted it. I kind of needed to have everything. So the next few unboxings aren't going to include much in the way of the card content, but I've got a few things set aside that I can kind of show off, and we'll get into it. So this is the villain pack. The mighty overlords of Arena of the Contest come back to life in Time Twist epic level campaign. And two of the most beloved ones, Gazini and Cordal, are playable as heroes. Also, this pack features the hero version of Vayrant, a character created for Tanares RPG by the legendary mind of Ed Greenwood. Oh, cool, I didn't know that. The board game requires Arena of the Contest. Epic level campaign requires Tanares Adventures. Yeah, the epic level campaign is interesting. I don't know what the fuck it is. I saw it in my unboxing stuff, and I didn't take the time to really dig into it. But I'm hoping, and what it kind of sounds like here is that it's like a Tanar-sized version of the original game's campaign. But we'll see. So in this set, you're getting, what do you got there? 12 miniatures. You're getting 4 of your kind of player mats, and then 20 cards. Some really cool art on the front there. I think that's Cordal. Pretty dope looking. All right. So cards would be there. I'm actually using this character, Vayrant, in my campaign, so I happen to have his cards sitting out. And, you know, kind of bog standard, you've got a bunch of really cool miniatures. I mean, I really have no complaints with the miniatures in this game. I feel like they are they're almost perfect. Like, they're detailed and cool and unique, but not overly delicate. I don't have to worry about how I store them. I feel like, you know, they're not huge. Huge miniatures are cool. The Osworn miniatures are amazing, but again, storage becomes a concern if you have like 300 miniatures like this game does. So really no complaints about the miniatures from me. This is Vayrant, the guy that I'm actually playing with. So I'm gonna set him aside because I need him. This is the ninja character. She's interesting because all her cards are double-sided. Like, unlike his, where he's got the standard hero back, she can be either, I want to say either a controller or a tactician, and so her cards have 2 sides to all of them, so she has double the abilities that a normal character would, because you are allowed to play her as either a controller or a tactician, which, to be honest, I don't know. I'm a little torn on that because the miniature is purple and controllers are purple. And that is like bred into you when you're playing through this game, the color coding of the miniatures. And so I imagine that might get, it has the potential to be confusing, especially if you were playing PvP. I feel like you would have no fucking idea, you know, without asking the guy 100 times. Here's Gazini. Really cool miniature. I love the goblet. He's having a good time. This must be Cordal. the guy on the box. He's a bruiser. He's got a really cool, like, snub-nosed mace. Very cool axe. Got the spiky bits. And then we've got, you know, some more. These are, yeah. I just read this. I should remember this. Yeah, right. You've got a shield golem, a skeleton lord. You've got a named zombie character, ghost lord, some goblins, some spiders, and then the player characters. So to be honest, I'm not 100% sure what. This is kind of a weird mix. What I thought this was, and there may be a different box for this, and I may have already opened it. I've opened like 50 boxes for this game. Was actually a set of specialized, unique miniatures for the bosses from the original game's campaign, because they used these kind of generic miniatures for them. And maybe that's what this is. I don't know. But either way, you got some more cool miniatures. I'm gonna have to go through all these and figure out how to store them. Although I'm not 100% sure if these even are playable in Tanares Adventures, or if you'll face them anyways. I guess in the Epic campaign you would. It's the whole point of the box set. And you get some spiders, cool bases. It's a cool detail on the legs. You get some goblins. It's just like there, right? Yeah. A couple goblins. I feel like you already had a bunch of these. I might be wrong. That's very cool. That's a very cool miniature. He's got a glaive. Again, I love the. I'm calling it a glaive. That's a World of Warcraft call out. That's what that weapon would be called in WoW. Love the unique weapons again. They do this a lot. Lots of whips and glaives and fist weapons, and you know, just something different from your standard like sword and shield, bow, a crossbow, you know. And then you got the big golem with a huge shield and a really bitchin' looking hammer. Very cool. And then taking a look at Valerant, these are some of the cards that come in the set. These do not. He has got, first of all, he's got one of the most powerful passive abilities that I've seen yet. His passive is he can spend 3 hit points to make 2 basic attacks against enemies, like for free. And because it's not a direct attack, those wouldn't even trigger those enemies. It wouldn't trigger a reaction from them. That's insanely powerful for 3 hit points. You know, he could do, I don't know, what, like 15 damage off of that. Very cool. But in terms of his special abilities, he's got his 2 primary abilities: Wall Fire, 8 squares, all combatants in a 5x1 area. So like a straight line, you know, one way or the other, which is a really powerful primary attack, because I haven't seen, so far at least, any AoE primary attacks. Like, that seems really powerful. You can hit 3 or 4 people with that. You know, it does 8 damage per hit plus the effect. The effect is each target chooses 1. This really only applies to the PvP mode, because if you're playing in PvE, the targets all just take +2 damage. So you're talking about 10 damage, could hit up to 5 guys, could be 50 damage off of that single card. Insane. He's got tentacle claws too. 2 squares, 1 enemy. +2 to attack roll. See, that's interesting. That's a melee attack. That's really interesting. He's got a mixture. I don't believe Yemi did, which was the controller that I was using up until now. 2 squares, 1 enemy, +2 to attack roll. It's doing 9 damage plus effect. Target is one of these of your choice. So you can basically put any status effect on the enemy that you want. That's also insanely powerful for a basic attack. Primary attack. Fucking terminology. So many different attacks. This one is fucking unbelievable. Regeneration, interrupt. Made during the target's turn. 8 squares, 1 enemy attacking. Benefit. This attack cannot be removed, negated, regained, or copied. Make this attack only when you are dead from your square of death. It does 3 residual damage plus effect. You revive within 5 of your square of death with 20 hit points and all special attacks. Incredible. And even if it misses, you still apply the effect. So this is just a straight up resurrection spell for this guy. And it brings back your specials. I'm not sure which ones are. Does that mean that you get this back? I don't know the terminology on all that. I still don't know. And then his other super attack is weird. 8 squares, 1 enemy, 24 damage plus effect. Kill the other enemies with 10 HP or less within 5 of you. So I got this guy through the campaign in the city phase. I was able to select 3 new random heroes, and he popped up, and I took him just because he's so powerful. It's out of this world. So yeah, so that's your villain box, your villain pack. Next up, let's take a look at Dread the First Ungod. And I don't believe that I've even opened this yet. It's a gargantuan collectible miniature. One of the most powerful monsters of Tanares RPG's world. This Ungod is the final boss of Time Twist epic level board game campaign expansion for Tanares Adventures. You encounter it with one of the most difficult challenges Dragora Games has conceived, not recommended for the faint of heart. And then it tells you have to have all this other shit to use it. Which is fair. Here we go. Painted miniature. Miniature being a very misleading word. This guy's bigger than I expected. Holy shit. Wow. This is a fantastic fucking paint job. You know, it's really interesting because the paint jobs are actually a little inconsistent. Some of them are amazing. Some of them are good. This is the best one I've seen yet, I feel like. There's so many different colors on here. And look at his base. Like, unbelievable. It's like a whole ruined, like, little part of a city or dungeon under him. And look at all the really cool, you know, blending of colors, and the gold is just a very unusual color to see on a kind of monster body, but it looks fantastic. The tentacles, his mouth, he's got like one discolored tooth there, the eyes. This is a really, really fucking cool painted miniature. Wow, that's like a display piece. You could easily put that out, you know, in a glass case or something. That's fucking awesome. Let's move on. Why wait? Let's do the Gold Dragon 2. This is Ascendrin the Gold Dragon. Sendrin is one of the most powerful dragons in Dragori's universe, guardian of time, and one of the main characters of Adventure in the Realm of Madness RPG and Tanares Adventures epic campaign board game. You know, we haven't talked about the RPG at all. I'm actually really excited for it. I've never seriously played an RPG, basically. Me and my friends back in high school used to have fun creating characters in this system called Palladium, mostly just because it was like totally wacky shit. You could have like a cat guy with fucking ninja, you know, knives or whatever. And so we used to just like really more just like rolling the characters and talking shit about their backstories and stuff. And the Tanares RPG is different though, because it contains a single player mode. I know this has been done before. I've never seen it done this way, where it's like decks of cards and it's kind of, you know, pretending to be the GM, and it just seems very accessible. And also I just love this universe. And so Tanares Adventures is one thing, and it's going to take me months. It'll probably take me all year to play through a campaign of this game, if it's the primary thing that I'm playing. So, first of all, I hope you like Tanares Adventures, because I'm not moving this off my fucking table until I'm done with it, and that's going to be for a very, very long time. But the RPG is a whole nother thing, and it's still to come. I still have stuff coming for this insane game. And when that comes, it's going to kick off a whole nother round of this. Like, it's going to be amazing. So again, I took the cards out, but I haven't actually touched anything else. Okay. All right. That's fucking awesome. This base is fucking amazing, and I know that it's supposed to okay. The fuck? I don't think that is supposed to detach. Okay, so yeah, no, that totally fucking broke off during shipping. It might be easy enough to glue back on. I'll have to mess with that. Either way, I will probably request a replacement, because I spent $1,000 on this game, so I want my shit to be perfect. Fuck, like, that's a huge break. I had a couple of little broken things in the Dragon collection, and I did already email Tanares or Dragori, and, you know, I told them, I said, I've got this massive YouTube channel where I'm showing all your shit off, and it's broken, so you better fucking make it good. I'm just kidding. I did not do that. I did not mention my channel. It'd be funny if I did, though. That would be a very Grumpy Meeple thing to do, but the Grumpy Meeple is not always... I'm not always the Grumpy Meeple. No, I just very kindly said, hey, I paid a lot for this, so please send me replacements. And they said they would. And so I will get them probably to replace this too, which means I'll have 2 of them. Shit. Well, anyways, the miniature, you know, like, it's kind of hard to unsee now that his fucking wing is broken, but this is a fucking amazing miniature. Like, holy shit. This is, you know, it's interesting. There's a noticeable swing in quality of the pre-painted figures from Tanares Adventures to RPG. Like, these are, except for his broken fucking wing, which I will never forgive your asses for, Dragori. If you compare, and even this might have been from the RPG too, I think it was, but like, this is a step up to me in terms of level of detail and whatnot. This one almost came out too black. It's like needed to dry brush it or something. And if you compare this to this fucking monstrosity, it's like, it kind of makes it look lame. But and this gold dragon too, gold is not a color that I necessarily enjoy painting, and I really love the way this looks. There's a lot of striation in the tone. It's not just like literally like metallic, maybe on the wings a bit, but yeah. And except for the fact that his fucking wing is broken, which is heartbreaking, I guess that's pretty much what he would look like. And that's pretty fucking fantastic. That's an amazing miniature. Holy shit. And how does he like snaps onto the base by his tail somehow. So it's like you guide this here. You're putting this into his fucking gob of a mouth, and then, well, what the fuck? See, he's got this slot in his base where his tail is clearly meant to go, and he can kind of hang on just based off of that. But you also gotta get the fireball up his fucking schnoz. Okay. There's instructions for this in the fucking rule book. I mean, I could get them out. I'm not going to, especially since his fucking wing is broken. Anyways. Yeah, no, anyways. I paid a lot of money for this game. I want this shit to look fucking dope. God damn, like that is real fucking tight, if it's even possible. Like I would be tempted to just trim this down, super glue that into his fucking mouth, and have him sit on it. But that's the basic idea, minus the fucking broken wing. And it is a really, really cool dragon miniature. That's another display piece to me, easily. Gorgeous. I love it. So, Dragora, you owe me a fucking two-winged dragon. But beyond that, and these things happen, and, you know, I'm mostly just kidding around. I mean, they'll replace it and it'll be fine. This is still a gorgeous miniature. I think it's the last... No, I still have the Madness box. That's like the big box full of painted shit. So we got quite a few of these painted miniatures left to go, but this one is definitely a standout, as is the Ungod. Like, amazing. And I'll glue his... Maybe I'll try and give a crack at gluing his wing back on, and we'll see. But yeah, so that's it. That's all I had for today. Hope you're enjoying my Tanares coverage. If you're not, find a different channel to watch, because Tanares coverage is what I am doing. You know, I thought about, and I'm still thinking about making a video. I could make another video shitting on Simon for fucking regurgitating Zombicide again for the 800th time. I could do that. You know, I thought about making a video about the Elder Scrolls game, which I can't decide if I'm interested in or not. But I don't know. I just am not driven to make content about those games. I'm not really passionate about anything that's been on Kickstarter basically all year. I could make a video ranting about Monster Apocalypse and those rat bastards at Mythic Games and how they better send me my $400 worth of Monster Apocalypse shit. But yeah, it's too easy at this point. I mean, I'm quick-witted. I could beat the shit out of all these guys all day, and they don't punch back, and so it's just boring. And so instead, I'm just going to keep the Dragori content coming, hopefully with 100% less broken, amazing miniatures as we move forward. But we'll see. So, hope you're enjoying the Tanares channel content. Let me know what you think in the comments about all this cool shit that we're unboxing, and I will talk to you later.